Hello everybody. Hi, come on in and join me. A very warm welcome to today's video, which is going to be my monthly roundup video for the month of June 2026. And if you live in England like me, the main standout feature of June 2026 has been the weather. Oh my goodness. At the beginning of June, it felt like it never ever stopped raining. And then towards the end of June, we had a most unprecedented heat wave. We had temperatures in the high 30s, which we are just not used to at all in this country. So, yeah, let's hope moving into July, we're going to have a bit more settled weather now with a bit more, lower temperatures so that we can all cope a bit better, especially at night when we're trying to get to sleep. So, that's the weather out the way. Now, a lot of my favourite things from the month have got to do with the weather and how I was coping, and some things that just helped me, to cope with the heat, with the extreme heat, and just make things a little bit better for me. So I'm going to do the usual format. I'm going to talk about all the things that I've been loving and enjoying this month. I don't really have any fails this month, which is nice, isn't it? There's a couple of things though that I might mention at the end. Yeah, you'll see. And I'm going to mention a couple of YouTube channels that I've been enjoying watching this month as well. So let's get started then. I've got a bit of hair, some hair accessories, some skincare, body care. I've got a little bit of makeup and a couple of things, shall we say, just things. Okay, so let's get into it then. Now, in the heat wave, the biggest bugbear for me was my hair, because if you've seen me before, you'll know I've got thick hair. It's wavy, naturally sort of wavy, curly, thick, and I can't stand having it all in my neck. It's not too bad today though, because the temperatures have come down. It's much more pleasant. But on those very, very hot days, I was wearing my hair up and I was using these hair clips. Now, have you seen these before? Do you know about these? Well, I've been using them for about 15 years now. The very first one I ever bought was this one. And they're basically two combs on elastic in the middle. And you put your hair up at the back, as if you're going to put in a claw clip or something. You put one comb at one side and then the other comb, and you just secure it in place like that. They're so easy to put in. And if you have thick hair or a lot of hair and you always feel like those claw clips are going to fall out, then these are going to be perfect for you. Now, they used to be called African butterfly, and I don't think they're called that anymore because I can't find it anywhere. But they are still on Etsy and they're on Amazon. You buy them in a pack of, I think it's 5 or 6 now. But I've just been absolutely loving them. And they just feel so comfortable and so secure at the back of your head. And the best thing as well is if you're driving in the car and you're wearing a claw clip, it can dig in, can't it, into the headrest behind you? Well, because these sit flat against your head at the back, that doesn't happen. And as well, if you're lying down outside, like if you're on holiday and you're on a sun lounger, you might be reading a book or something, these are really, really comfortable on the back of your head. You don't even feel that they're there. And yeah, I've been loving them. So I've got those two that I bought recently from Amazon, and I've got some older ones. That one's lovely, isn't it? In the lighter colour. And these that I've had for, like I said, about 15, 16 years now. And yeah, they are my favourite way to put my hair up in the summer when it is very, very hot, because they're very secure and I know I can rely on them. So moving on from that then, the next thing that I've been loving having in the heat wave is this, the water spray bottle mister. Now, a lot of people use these for their hair, don't they? If you have curly hair and you want to do a refresh the next day on day 2, you could spray this on your hair. It's got such a fine, you see that, the fine mister? It doesn't come out in a, in a jet. It really is a fine mist that sort of covers your hair gently. But the way that I've been using this in the heat is just spraying myself with water like that just to cool down. And oh, it's just been so lovely to do this. And then stand in front of a fan. And you can see I've got my fan on there. It's one of those Duux fans. It's DUUX, and it rotates side to side and it goes up and down as well. So as you can see, it's working its way over this side now, and then in a minute it will aim upwards. So it covers the whole room and it's so powerful. And yet it hardly makes any sound at all, which is how I can sit here and record this video without it interfering. See, it's pointing all the way up now. So it does cool. Well, it doesn't cool, does it? It just fans the air, in the top of the room and the center of the room and the bottom of the room, so that wherever you are, you feel the effect of it. And it's been so lovely to just sit in front of that, especially if I have sprayed myself down with this first. It's just had that really, really lovely cooling effect. And as well, this fan, it comes with one of these remote controls, so that you don't even have to get up if you want to change the direction of it, or you can change how strong it is, how powerful it is. So if you just want a little bit of a breeze, you can have that. So really, really been enjoying this fan. Had it a couple of years now. Originally we got it from Costco, and it just lives up in the loft through the winter, and then it comes out around Easter time when the weather starts warming up again. We get it down and it just stands there in the living room quite happily doing its thing. And whenever people come over and see it, they always remark on it and say, oh wow, what is that fan? And a few people have bought one because they've seen it here. Right, so there you go. So that's my fan and what I've been putting my hair up with. Now, the next thing that has been vitally important to me in the hot weather has been my deodorant. Obvious reasons, but you gotta wear deodorant, haven't you? And the Mitchum roll-on in particular has been my favorite for years and years. It just works on me, and a lot of the other ones that I tried in the past, they never really worked, or I found them quite itchy, or I might have had a little reaction, or I didn't like the fragrance. There was always an issue. But with this one, no matter what fragrance I choose, I like it because they're not strongly fragranced. It's very, very light. But I don't know what it is in the ingredients of this, but it just works. I feel fresh and dry, and there's no unpleasantness, shall we say, when I use this. It does say on it it's lasts for 48 hours. Now I don't know about that, because I'm washing, aren't I, within 48 hours and reapplying it. But it's nice to know that they claim it can last that long if you need it to, if you're on a long flight, or if you're traveling or something like that. But I highly, highly recommend Mitchum roll-on deodorant. I don't know about the sprays. I've not really tried the sprays because I just prefer a roll-on. What scent is this? Powder Fresh, and it says it's an antiperspirant and a deodorant. But as I say, I've used them in all of the fragrances and they're very, very nice. And my husband likes the men's version of that as well. Okay, so moving on to some skincare now. And the first one that I have to talk about, because it's been summer heat wave time, is my SPF, and particularly the one that I use on my face. It's beautiful under makeup. Now, I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup on the really, really hot days. But the thing that has been on my face every single day is my Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Rice Plus Probiotics SPF 50 plus. I just love this stuff. It's got quite a thin, milky consistency. Let me show you. And it's not like the old-fashioned traditional SPFs, because it just soaks straight in and it doesn't leave a white cast. I mean, look at that. Look how quickly that just soaks straight in. And there's no white cast or anything. You can use it as a moisturizer and as your SPF step, which is what I do. If you have dry skin, though, you might want to use a separate moisturizer as well. But I don't have dry skin. I'm more combination oily. So for me, this works a treat as my moisturizer and my SPF. And it sits so nicely under makeup. It never pills or anything like that. And I'm coming to the end of this one now, so I have bought a backup because I don't ever want to be without this. And as well, something else I bought is the stick version of it. It's called the Matte Sun Stick, and this again is SPF 50. And this is great just to put in the handbag. You know, it rolls up with that there, and you know, just for this sort of chest area, arms, backs of hands, very important to protect backs of hands, because these can show signs of aging, can't they, with the brown spots and things we can get on our hands. So having one of these in the handbag to just bring out every few hours and put on those areas is very, very handy. So I'm going to be keeping those and using those all through the summer, well, all year round actually. Now, something else that I've been using in June and really, really benefiting from is a foot cream. Because through the winter time, my poor feet do tend to get neglected. I have to be honest with you. And, you know, you can get the hard skin on your heels. I'm sure we all do, don't we? But a foot cream that I've discovered fairly recently is by CeraVe, and it's the SA Renewing Foot Cream. Now, the SA stands for salicylic acid, and that has sort of gentle exfoliation properties. And I found that on the nights when I use this, the next day my feet feel softer. So it just gently sloughs away the hard skin over time. So I'm trying to remember to use this every night, so that in the summer when I'm wearing my sandals and flip-flops and things, it's going to keep my heels and my feet in general in that lovely soft condition. So I really, really recommend this if you are on the lookout for a nice foot cream. Okay, so moving on then to more facial skincare. A new serum I discovered this month, and it's by a brand that I hadn't really heard of, and I didn't know much about them. And it was only when I started looking into Korean skincare that I discovered them. And the brand is called Anua. And I've got this serum, this green one. It's Anua 10 Plus, and it's azelaic acid 10, and it's got hyaluronic acid in it as well. And the reason why I bought this is because I'd been on the lookout for an azelaic acid serum, because it's supposed to be very, very good at working with rosacea. And if you've seen me before, and if you've seen me without makeup on, you'll know that I have some rosacea on my cheeks, which can be exacerbated by hot weather, very hot weather and very cold weather. And one of my subscribers suggested that I get an azelaic acid serum. So thank you very much, Jan, for your recommendation. And yeah, this was the one that I went for. I'd seen good reviews online, and Boots Boots stock this brand as well now. And Boots also stock the Beauty of Joseon and a lot of other Korean brands too, which is really handy. And yeah, since I've been using this, I've been using it for about a month now. And I know with skincare, you have to give it sort of 2-3 months really, don't you, to be able to see an effect. But it feels very, very calming going on. And I do think on the days when I haven't got makeup on, I do think that my redness is slightly, a bit more under control than usual. So I don't know if it's that serum. I'm going to carry on using it, but I do think at this stage it is helping, and it's lovely. It's got one of these droppers with the pipette at the top, but it's a really, really nice, easy to use one. So yeah, I do recommend that. And another thing from that brand that I've been loving are the sheet masks. And I bought the PDRN one, the PDRN with hyaluronic acid one as well, just to give me that bit of extra hydration and glow. And this is the one that I actually used. I just kept the pack to show you, but then I did actually go on to buy another one as well because I liked it that much. I wanted to get another one, so I'll be using this in the next week or so as well. Again, really, really affordable. They're at Boots. You can get them online as well. But so far, I have been very impressed. So moving on to a bit of body skincare now, and the body lotion that I have been absolutely loving recently is by Soap and Glory, and it's called Cherry Wild. Now, I love cherries and the flavor of cherries and the scent of cherries. Anything cherry flavor, I just absolutely love it. And it does say it's limited edition up there. I hope it hasn't all sold out. Oh my goodness. But it is beautiful. Oh, just smelling the cap. Oh my goodness. If you like that smell, that scent of cherries, that fruity, sort of black foresty flavour, it's lovely. And when I rub it on, I rub it on my arms and on my chest after a shower. And the scent, it does last. It does hang around for quite a few hours afterwards. And I just think it's beautiful. And it does leave my skin lovely and soft and moisturised as well. So I love Soap and Glory body care. I've used quite a few of their body lotions and body butters over the years, and I've always been really, really pleased with them. So this is just the latest one that I've found, and I think it is really nice. Okay, so let's move on to the items of makeup. Now, if you have been watching my channel throughout June, you might know what I'm going to say, because there have been two standout products for me this month. And the first one is a new foundation, and it's the Makeup Forever Skin Balancing Foundation. Skin Balancing and Perfecting Foundation, this one with the little lips on it. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. I did a full review video on this. I'll link it below if you missed it. What shade have I got here? 104W Silk. I've got this in. And it's great. It's got a lovely pump as well. If you have combination skin, which I do, I'd say get yourself a sample of this if you can and try it. It's probably the best foundation I've come across in recent years that can cope with my oily patches and my dry patches equally. It gives me the amount of coverage that I want. It has a good staying power. It's just a really, really all-round fantastic foundation. And if you saw that video, I did go on to say at the end that this is going to be my personal replacement for the old Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, which I loved. But obviously it's been reformulated now. You can't buy it anymore. So I'm going to be using this one instead when I want that bulletproof, long wear, long day foundation. This one is the one that I'm going to be reaching for. So yeah, this had to go in this video. It has definitely been a favourite from the month of June. Now, the next product, again, it will come as no surprise because it did have its own video a couple of weeks ago, and that is the very, very popular Natasha Denona Tan Palette. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, you see, I'm loving these colours at the moment. You see in my top here. Every single shade in this palette is wearable. You've got mattes, you've got shimmers, you've got more metallic, shiny shades, and I've used every single shade. You know, you can use them like this one here, I use as a one and done, and this one as well. Just a bit of this one or this one in the crease is lovely. I use this darker one sometimes as a liner on an angled brush on my top lash line, and you know, just a little bit of a shimmer on the finger from one of the others. Gorgeous. Whatever you do with this palette, you just can't go wrong. Every single time I've used it, I've been really, really pleased with how my eyeshadow has looked. So yeah, then the quality, the formulas, they're just soft, they're buttery. It's really, really lovely. So Rebecca mended, definitely, and this Rebecca mended. So those are the two new items of makeup that I've been using this month. And another one that's not new, it's been out for a long, long time, is it's a mascara primer. Now, I don't always use a mascara primer because I don't really feel that I need one most of the time. But in this heat and humidity, that's the other thing. In these recent heat waves, the humidity levels have been really, really high. And even though I do use tubing mascaras and I use waterproof mascaras, because I've got hooded eyes, my lashes can touch the skin. And even with the best waterproof or the best tubing mascara, it can still transfer in very hot, humid weather. So I've been using my Lancome Sills Booster primer underneath my mascara. It's just this very, very plain white packaging, and it has helped. It has really helped to keep my mascara on. I just do one coat of it and then another one, let it dry. That's the key. Let it, well, not dry out fully, but just let it, give it a minute or two, just so that it's not wet anymore. So once it's had a minute or two just to dry a little bit, then I've been going over it with my black mascara, and it really, really does enhance the effect. It seems to give me more volume to my lashes, but the most important thing really is it does great things for the staying power, and it really helps to make it transfer proof as well. So if you are on the lookout for a mascara primer, I know it's Lancome, it's on the pricier side, but I do really think it's worth it if you want something that's going to make your mascara last throughout the hot, hot weather. Now, let's get on to two other things that I've been using this month. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about is my visor that I've been wearing on my head. Now, obviously, when we go out in the sun, for me anyway, with my pale skin, I need to wear a hat. I need some sort of protection for my face and my neck and all of this area. And I love a visor because I've got big hair, and a lot of the time when it's hot, I want to put my hair up. And I can't wear a hat on top of my hair up because it just doesn't fit. You know, the baseball caps or even a wide brimmed straw hat, they struggle to stay on my head if I've got my hair up. Now, these are brilliant because you can have your hair up here and still have the protection from this covering your face. And I've had this for what, about 3 years now, I want to say. And I wear it so much. I take it on holiday with me. I'll insert some pictures of me wearing it so that you can see the different hairstyles that I've worn it with. But it's been on holiday, it's been on boats, it's been on hikes, it's been up the mountains, it's been everywhere with me, and I love it. It's got the Velcro at the back so you can adjust it to suit your head size, and it's got a reflective bit here and this Under Armour logo, because it is Under Armour, that's reflective too. They do them in other colours as well. They've got a lovely one in white actually, which I'm thinking I might get as well. It's always handy to have a second one. And obviously in the summer we want to wear lighter colours, don't we, to reflect the heat. So I might get this one in white as well. but I've had such a lot of use out of this over the last few years, and especially over this last month in June. I've worn it loads. If you saw my Manchester vlog, actually, that was a sunny day. I wore this in that video as well. Again, I'll link it below if you didn't see it. And that was when I got the sample of this foundation, and I wore it while I was in Manchester for a day, and that was when I decided that I wanted to buy the full bottle. So there you are. Now, moving on to the last thing that I'm going to mention, and it's my earphones. This little thing here. Now, they are by Sony. I don't know all the details, but I'll list it below. I've had these again for a couple of years, and they're just these little spearmint green little earphones. And I absolutely love them. The box charges them up as well. One charge lasts for, oh goodness, weeks for me. But these really come into their own on those nights in bed when I'm not sleeping because I'm too hot and I don't want to wake my husband up, but I want to listen to something, whether it's a podcast on my phone or YouTube videos or even some calming music or something like that. I'll put these on in bed at night and I can listen to whatever I want to listen to without disturbing my husband. And they've been brilliant. And I take them out and about with me as well. And I just really, really think they're great. So yeah, I'll list those below as well. Now, I need to go and get a drink because silly old me, I sat down to record this video without having any form of hydration. Can you believe it? So I will be back in a minute. Ah, that's better. I've been to get a drink, so I'm hydrated and I've put my hair up. I've actually put it in one of those clips that I was telling you about. Let me just turn around and show you. So you can see it just sits nice and flat against the back of your head. I hope you can see this okay, but it just feels really, really nice and secure. And yeah, I really do recommend them. Right, so where was I? Let me tell you about a couple of channels that I've been watching this month. Now, before I tell you what they are, I must tell you that so in this coming month, I'm going on my holidays and I'm very excited because me and my husband are going on a cruise and we're going to Norway. And I've been to Norway before, but it wasn't on this cruise, it was on a different one. We went up to the very, very top of Norway to the Arctic Circle before, and it was absolutely amazing. It was beautiful. This time, though, we're doing the fjords. So we're staying a bit further south and we're going in and out of the fjords. Never been before, heard it's absolutely magical and amazing, and we're very excited. So the channels that I have been watching have been sort of travel related, sort of cruise tips and tricks and what to pack and all that kind of thing. And I've been loving watching travel tips by Laurie. Now, Laurie, that's Laurie. She's a lovely lady. She's a pilot's wife. And so she does loads and loads of traveling by air all over the world. And she's got many, many years of tips that she can give to us and advice. Everything from, you know, what to wear, what to pack, to, you know, tips for when you're in the airplane and things like that, things to do while you're away, sort of security things to be aware of. She recommends products and things as well. And I've really, really enjoyed watching her. So if you do have a trip coming up, go and check out her channel because she's got so much information on there, and she's lovely as well. And the second YouTube channel that I've been watching this month is one called Travel Blog Jamie. Now, Jamie, he is lovely. He does a lot of cruise holidays. He's a travel blogger, so he does a lot of cruises, but he will also tell you about the destinations and the ports, and he does a lot on land as well. But again, he's really entertaining to watch. He's very funny. He goes with his partner sometimes on his own. And yeah, I really feel like I've learned a lot from him as well and picked up a lot of tips. So I'll link both of those channels below as well, because you might want to go and check them out, especially if you've got a trip coming up, if you're going on a cruise or something like that. So I said earlier there's a couple of things I haven't been enjoying this month. Well, there's actually quite a few, but I gave them their own video. I don't know if you were watching last week. I posted a video. It was called, what was it? Something like Popular Things That I Don't Like. And it was lots of things that everybody around me seemed to love, but for one reason or another, I just can't get on board with them. And they were things like football. Obviously, the World Cup's on, isn't it, at the moment? It's not for me. So there was football, there was the summer, there were lots of things that I just don't like. So I'm not going to go through them all now, but if you are interested in the things that I've not been enjoying this month, I'll link that video below so that you can go and have a watch. But for today, we're going to keep it positive. Okay, we're going to keep it nice and positive and happy for today because I'm going on my holidays. I've got lots of family things coming up the next month or so as well. So I might not be on YouTube as often as I have been for the next few weeks. I'm not going to be not here at all, but I just might not be posting as much. I might not be as active in the comments as I have been. So just to let you know that now, so you don't worry about me. You're all so lovely. If I do disappear for a little while, a lot of you do write to me and ask me if everything's okay. So I really do appreciate that. But there's no problems whatsoever. It's just family time and holiday time. And little baby Elsie is 6 months old now. Can you believe it? She's growing up so fast. She's sitting up on her own now and she's eating food. Obviously, my daughter started weaning her now, so she's eating pureed food and she's loving it. We haven't found anything that she doesn't like yet. And I know that that day is probably coming. She can't like everything, surely. But so far, she's really, really taken to it. And she's just sat there, you know, little Miss Independent. On her own. So yeah, I'm going to be spending some good quality time with them and the rest of the family, and I might do some vlogs, probably not with the family, to be fair, because you know I don't want to be putting cameras in people's faces and if they don't want a camera in their face. But when I'm in Norway, when I'm on my holiday on the cruise, I probably will do some vlogging. So when I am back, I will show you what I've been up to. Yeah, so I'm not going to be gone for very long, just a little while. So I hope you all have an absolutely amazing July. Do let me know as well if you have plans for yourself, if you have any trips coming up or anything that you're excited about, looking forward to. Do let me know. And yeah, I will see you all when I am back with another video. All right, thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.